Get ready for action, because we are diving straight into the WWE Raw feud tracker. We are looking at the intense dynamic between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Fans are asking themselves who they should be siding with right now as this rivalry heats up. We break down the latest developments on this epic clash and see if the heel Bron Breakker is making the right points against Seth Rollins in this escalating war for supremacy.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we are looking at the intense back-and-forth action between Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. We examine how efficiently the territory has built this match, noting that Jacob Fatu has no more tricks left for Roman Reigns this week. We look at the contract signing and see if this changes anything for the bloodline dynamic as they battle it out. Now we turn our attention to the explosive results from WWE Raw on May 4th, 2026, focusing on the Fatu versus Reigns situation. We cover how Roman Reigns attempted to address what Jacob Fatu did to him, and we see the shocking ambush of Seth Rollins by Bron Breakker. Plus, we look at Femi's open challenge victory and the drama surrounding Becky Lynch and Ruca's contract signing. Finally, we analyze the simmering tension between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins as the World Heavyweight Champion prepares for his title defense against Jacob Fatu at Backlash. We explore the backstage confrontation between Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker, and we ask if WWE is truly laying the groundwork for a collision between these two giants. Don't miss the full breakdown. Stay locked in with us. WWE Raw Feud Tracker provides a comprehensive update on the ongoing storylines across the roster, featuring developments in several key feuds. In a segment involving Becky Lynch, she continued to assert her status as a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, boasting about her greatest of all-time status and issuing an open challenge for a title match. Iyo Sky unexpectedly accepted the challenge, leading to a confrontation where Becky questioned Iyo's legitimacy before Raw General Manager Adam Pearce intervened, announcing the match was happening immediately. The bout was a back-and-forth affair until Asuka entered, resulting in a chaotic finish where Becky Lynch secured the victory after a sequence involving Iyo and Asuka. Analysts suggest this outcome sets the stage for a potential Backlash match between Asuka and Iyo Sky, though the feud with Becky Lynch may pause before potentially evolving into a 3-way contest. The match received a grade A rating with potential for an A. Another major development centers on the Intercontinental title, as Rusev challenged Penta for the championship in a one-on-one contest. Ethan Page, a recent NXT call-up, watched the match from the commentary table. The contest was highly competitive, with both competitors trading near falls. Rusev gained an advantage late in the match, but was ultimately rolled up by Penta for the 3 count, followed by an attack from both men. Jevon Evans intervened to save Penta, concluding with both men showing mutual respect. The analysis indicates this result, while predictable, introduces Ethan Page as a new contender, setting up a potential tag team match on Raw and possibly leading to a fatal 4-way at Backlash for the title, keeping the mid-card storyline fresh. This match earned a grade A. In a promo segment, Seth Rollins engaged in a verbal exchange with Bron Breakker. Rollins referenced past guidance, while Breakker countered by asserting his own accomplishments and calling Rollins the best wrestler in the world. Rollins responded by referencing a potential match at Backlash to determine the best wrestler. Analysts find this feud confusing, noting Breakker's valid points regarding his history with the World Heavyweight title. The match is anticipated at Backlash to determine if Rollins elevates Breakker to the next star. This segment was rated grade A. Finally, the Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu feud escalated with Jacob demanding a title shot. Jacob asserted he needed the World Heavyweight title, arguing he was grinding on the independent circuit before joining WWE. Reigns countered, stating that as the head of the table, he decided the fate of the title and dismissing Jacob's claim based on nepotism, noting they are relatives. The tension culminated when Jacob executed the Tongan death grip on Reigns, leading to a dramatic sequence before Jacob ultimately secured a title match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. The analysis suggests this dynamic could lead to Jacob joining the bloodline down the line. This segment was rated Grade B. Brian Miller is the new Raw Feud Tracker columnist for PW Torch, replacing Kurt Cadet. Monday Night Raw featured a compelling, yet strategically efficient, match between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, leaving observers with questions about the future of their rivalry. The recap suggests that the territory quickly built the dynamic between the two competitors, with their recent contract signing not introducing any new elements to their established narrative. Roman Reigns continued his characteristic stance, expressing objection to Jacob Fatu using the Tongan death grip, while Fatu maintained his consistent hunger for victory, asserting he would overcome anyone, including Reigns. The pivotal moment of the match involved Jacob Fatu successfully taking Roman Reigns down, leaving him on his back and gasping for air. Commentators noted that Jacob Fatu had no further surprises for Roman, as he understood Reigns' tendency to talk extensively, which Fatu effectively shut down to deliver a decisive blow. A notable omission in the segment was the absence of the Usos, who appeared briefly but disappeared during the main event, prompting speculation about potential shifts in allegiance within the bloodline. Moving forward, the focus shifts to Roman Reigns' potential victory at Backlash, a contest that could either follow the established pattern of a bloodline bout or introduce a significant change. This match was characterized by efficiency, delivering nearly 2 hours and 18 minutes of meaningful action leading into the next major event. The overall impression is that the segment successfully built momentum towards Backlash, leaving audiences eager to see if Roman Reigns' formula for returning WWE to its former glory remains effective. The central question remains: does Jacob Fatu possess the capability to dethrone Roman Reigns? WWE Raw delivered high-stakes drama as the episode built intense anticipation for the upcoming Backlash pay-per-view. The show opened with a confrontation involving Roman Reigns, who initially attempted to confront Jacob Fatu regarding an incident from the previous week, but Adam Pearce intervened, stating Fatu was not yet present. Reigns later calmed down before an encounter with Seth Rollins, who asserted that Reigns was in his way before making his entrance. However, Rollins' moment was immediately overshadowed by an ambush from Bron Breakker, who attacked Rollins from behind, leaving him in the ring after a spear. Breakker's celebration was quickly curtailed as Paul Heyman entered the scene. Rollins vowed revenge backstage and later attempted to intervene in a confrontation between Breakker, Joe Hendry, and the Street Profits, though Breakker ultimately prevailed, setting up a singles match for Backlash. In other developments, Femi secured a victory in his first open challenge match, defeating Otis after a brief exchange with Akira Tozawa. The action continued with Ruca officially signing her contract to join the WWE Raw brand, an exchange that quickly escalated into a confrontation with Becky Lynch. During Ruca's promo, Lynch confronted Adam Pearce, leading to a verbal dispute with Ruca. The tension boiled over when Lynch attempted to physically engage Ruca, resulting in an altercation with Pearce, which provided an opportunity for Ruca to attempt her signature move. The main event featured a pivotal moment as Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu signed their contract for their WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at Backlash. During their discussion, Reigns referenced his 12 years at the top of the company, which provoked Fatu. Fatu responded by stating his need to win the title at Backlash to secure his future and business interests. The tension escalated when Reigns dismissed Fatu's comments, asserting that while they share a lineage, Fatu is not an equal in the ring. The ensuing verbal sparring turned into a physical brawl, culminating in Fatu hitting Reigns with the Tongan death grip before Reigns managed to counter the hold. The segment concluded with Fatu standing over Reigns as the broadcast ended, leaving the championship match for Backlash as the central focus. Tension between WWE stars Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins intensified on the May 4 episode of WWE Raw, signaling unresolved history between the former Shield brothers. The simmering rivalry surfaced during a brief backstage encounter that carried significant weight, suggesting a history too profound to ignore. As the World Heavyweight Champion arrived to prepare for his upcoming title defense against Jacob Fatu at Backlash on May 9, he unexpectedly crossed paths with Rollins before contract signings. In a sharp exchange, Rollins stated, "You are in my way," a comment that immediately resonated, implying that despite their separate current storylines, their shared past remains a significant factor. Rollins is scheduled to face Bron Breakker at the same event, but the exchange hinted at a broader ambition, suggesting Rollins' focus extends beyond his immediate opponent to potentially challenging Roman Reigns for the top position in the company. The segment was immediately followed by an attack on Visionary by Breakker, escalating the in-ring action. The dynamic between Reigns and Rollins has historically been characterized by betrayal and psychological warfare, with Rollins often serving as Reigns' adversary. Their history is deep, dating back to the breakup of the Shield in 2014 and key moments at WrestleMania 31. Rollins has consistently played a role as a psychological challenge to Reigns, a dynamic that persisted into WrestleMania XL. While both men are currently on separate paths leading into Backlash, the events of the show strongly suggest that WWE is actively building toward an inevitable collision between the two, positioning their rivalry as a destined confrontation.